Time has come for us now.
Bob Fantasies.
Introducing Laryssa King.
Hello everybody, welcome to this new episode of Bob Fantasies. In our last episode we worked on the role of voice in human subjectivity, and what a pleasure to invite today Laryssa Kim to
Hello.
talk about that, because the work of voice is a second nature for you. So you are a composer and a singer. You studied at the Conservatory of Mons in acousmatic. Hello, hello. Yeah. I'm really bad at introductions. Whoa.
You guys are classmates, though. Were you guys classmates at all?
No, I finished before you.
Yeah.
Much before, I think.
Very long before. Yeah, maybe to introduce yourself, Antonia's, which is not here today because she's in the US. Normally we're a trio and she's not here. She wanted to ask you to describe your artistic practice, so I think it's a good introduction question for you.
Yes, okay. My artistic practice, let's start from the fact that I do very different things. So my approach to music, it's very different according to what I do. So I use my voice, like I'm a singer, so I write songs and I produce my own music, which is electronic, a bit ambient and experimental. Then I also compose for theater, dance, video, and then I also DJ. So like in all these practices, my way of working with the sound and music, it's very different, the approach. So one very good companion for me, it's Ableton Live. Then I use mostly all the techniques that I've learned in the Conservatory of Acousmatic for everything else that I do. Also the way of listening to music, not only the technique to produce sound, but the way that we listen to sound and music, I use it in the way that I shape my compositions, my lyrics or even my DJ sets sometimes, so...
Interesting. So,
yeah.
like an aspect of listening is really important, or is that something you learned, do you feel like, through your studies?
I think that acousmatic music, a part of all the techniques of composition, really, really gave me a capacity to listen differently. Because, we relate to sound in a different way. Usually, the first things that we hear are rhythms and melodies, and to listen to a structure and to a narrative that it's made by other parameters than the one of the normal music, it's difficult. It's like if you put, this kind of how you call it, this kind of paintings where everything seems the same, and you have to put your eyes otherwise to see an image that pops up. I don't know the
Honestly,
name of
I
that
didn't.
thing.
I didn't think of a painting, but I thought of Where's Waldo.
What?
You know Where's Waldo? Do you know this?
No.
Oh, you guys don't know this. It's like a little. It's a picture book, and you have to find a guy wearing like a funny red hat and glasses. Maybe in French it's different.
Yeah, no,
No?
but I see what you mean. But
Okay.
so, yeah, like what I was trying
Yeah.
to say, and it's the same image that you had, is the fact that you discover something that it's actually under your eyes, or better, under your ears, but you never were able before to discover it. Is it good as a phrase? Like, I mean,
You were talking of a kind of optical illusion perception stuff. Yeah.
it's the fact that you learn to perceive something that was always under your eyes, but you needed a specific way to look at it in order to see it. So being able to find the structures in not organized sounds, or in not in harmonies and rhythms, so not in what we conceive as normal music. It took me a while, because we have a very organized way of using sound, but it's not the same way that we do in normal music. So yeah,
Sure.
I don't know if it makes sense.
For
Yeah.
a little summary, acousmatic music is like trying to implement sounds in the musical realm. It was an experimental movement post-war, and it's true that it's a really it's
In French.
no
Excellent.
It's okay in English, but it's based on listening. You have to be really like focused on the listening.
And that made you really hone in onto the voice as like a key kind of compositional
No, the voice.
material in a sense.
The voice, I started with the voice, and then I arrived to the acousmatics,
Okay.
and so I integrated the voice into the acousmatic,
Okay.
and then I integrated the techniques of acousmatic on my voice.
Okay.
But I started playing around with my voice before even I knew what electroacoustics was, because when I started my path towards electronic music, I was just working with the loop in my voice, and I had this little tool that it's a loop and add different kind of effects for the voice, and then I had a speaker. And through the speaker, I could change other effects. And so it was my first time that I would just started doing choir and singing on the top of it. And then I could manipulate this choir and it would become something else. And I started from there. And then through the acousmatics, I said, I can do even better. And I can transform really my voice as all the other elements.
As a material.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know if you hear me properly, but yeah.
Yeah, it's true that.
Wait. Okay.
Okay, funny.
Merci.
Yeah. So the I'm lost.
Answer questions.
Yeah, it's N's questions.
You sent it to me also, I think. So.
So you.
I mean, it's so yeah. Mainly just
Ok. Les volumes de micro 2? Yes.
okay, good.
Sorry.
But I guess you started with singing, and that's like your base. Like, what experiences kind of informed you? Like, did you start? I don't know. At least in the U.S., especially in the Black tradition, a lot of people they start singing in the church. Where choir vocals are quite important. How about you? How did it start for you?
The start of singing, it happened in a much less poetic way, in a karaoke.
Oh wow, karaoke.
Yeah,
okay.
because I used to work in a bar and there was a karaoke and there was this friend of mine, she has an amazing voice. And then I started to practice too.
Yeah.
And then it was like listening to Laryssa a lot and singing
Laryssa,
along.
That's very foundational for me actually. That's like all I listened to with my mother. Growing up, my first 4 years in Houston, I have a lot of memories of driving around listening to Lauryn Hill. But you did that with karaoke.
I did that in the beginning. The karaoke was really the way that I used my voice, and then it was like by listening to Laryssa, Erykah Badu, like these singers really inspired me, and so I was singing along, you know. And then actually, like I've met later in the years, like people that would work with music, and I was very attracted by the idea of recording your own choir. So like if I would. Because I started with reggae actually, but when you do your own song, then you add your own choir, and I really liked that aspect of creating harmonies with my own voice.
Yeah.
And that's what also brought me to use the loop station.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
That's really cool. I mean, you're saying that the karaoke, like, that's not poetic, but I think that kind of is.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, not many people start out that way, I guess. To start, I guess, yeah, that's almost a cliche maybe to start out in a church or some type of school setting, but it's cool that you like owned in on that.
Yeah.
In the karaoke setting.
No, just karaoke.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. And this was like all in Italy, in a sense?
Yes, I did all this in Italy, but like the first lessons of singing, I had it in Italy, and then I quit almost immediately. It was private lessons, let's say. And then when I moved to Holland, there I started to do more specific course for the technique of the voice. And then I was in a pop gospel choir.
Okay, so
and
you did have a church face.
It was not. No, it was not a church face. It was a choir face.
Okay.
And it was also very important again to our friend, the listening, because when you sing with other people, you have to learn to listen, to try to mangle and come out when you're supposed to come out, to do the right harmonies. It's not only a question of harmonies; it's a question of color of the voice sometimes, and also volume. So it creates, I think for all the singer, it would be important to do an experience in a choir.
Yeah, that's like something you hear a lot in choir, like blend, blend, blend. Yeah, I don't know what that would be in French or Italian.
Blend?
Yeah, to blend the voice. That's something a choir director might say often.
Yeah, like
what you were saying. Yeah. Blend your voices. Yeah.
Being able to listen and to mingle. That's what you mean?
Interesting. And I guess I'm curious, like, when you talk about color, is it possible for you to describe what you mean by that? Like,
I can make you an example.
And it relates to the kind of material aspect.
I can make you an example. I can talk with different colors. If I start to talk like this, for example, there is a lot of hair in my voice. I can talk like this, or I can talk like this, and it changes. You know?
That was a big
So I can talk like this, and then you add another kind of color to your voice.
Okay,
so these are all techniques. It's just the way basically in which you change the resonance in your voice and how you use your vocal folds, and you will have a different color on your voice. So if I say yes, or if I say yes, or if I say yes, you know, it changed the perception.
Yeah, I noticed that in your album, I guess the most recent one that like came out. Especially this song Obsession. Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Like I really liked the way you were like layering these different colors in the sense, you know, even the spoken word aspect of it.
Yeah. Actually, that song, it's I think it's my favorite of my album because it represents a little bit what I am, which is a huge mix of things, and it's also a bit of a contradictory world. You know, you have this very soft and delicate, simple melody and the voice that it's very sweet on the top, but in the beginning you have this kind of surrealistic landscape that comes from acousmatic, because I have an acousmatic piece that take as that same beginning actually. You know,
do you have it?
I have it here.
I think
And
that
it's
would be
called
good.
Incanto, actually,
Okay.
because I use a lot the voice into that composition, that acousmatic composition.
Should we listen to it?
Yes, of course.
I wanna see, yeah.
And what I was saying, yeah, and then the last part is where I use my own vocals and I transform them so much, and I transform them into a rhythm.
Yeah.
But and it becomes scary. I like a lot this idea of chiaroscuro, like of this contrastant chiaroscuro, like
shadow and
Caravaggio.
light. Shadow
Yes,
and light. Yeah,
the work of shadow and light, like just two different forces. You have like melody and soft vocals and sweet words, and then on the other side you have more acid sounds, very electronic, distorted, transformed, and what it seems something, it always changes into something else.
Yeah.
So the idea of surrealism, it's
a beautiful description. It makes me. I'm ready to listen to this.
yes.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, turn it up.
A folyó számtalan föld alatti folyásával évszázadok óta bejár a városba. Mossa a házak talpozatát és sárfalát. A kertek végében fenyegető cika csillogása a kerítéseket romasztja. Szárkok kiszáradnak, bennük békanyászőnyege nyúlik, a halott érmedrében kagylókat és halcsontokat lelnek a rókok. Ám egy reggel hideg forrás nyörgál végig a mederben, és abból a vízből inni is lehet. Egy vitatkozás is megbékél a régi januival. Egy tegnapi napban látható a nem úgy viselkedik a része, akár a társadalmi világszókra Bence és Amsterdam csapja.
Yes.
Yeah. So
How to celebratory.
Laryssa played us 2 tracks of hers, Incanto and Vœux.
Yes. Auspicio.
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 And yeah, can we talk about like the composition process, what you wanted to achieve? I read about you that you wanted to put your music in like dreamlike worlds, like you're driven by onirism.
Ah, yes.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let's say that onirism. Yeah, why onirism? Because I was also mentioning before surrealism. It's something that always attracted me, and the dreams. It's the best place to discuss and discover surrealism, because in dreams you have almost like things that are never what you think they are actually, and so I was so interested about a lot of surrealist work in paintings, and so for example Dali, Magritte, many artists inspired my work and my research in the sound. And what the beautiful thing of the acousmatic is that I could have the feeling I could create this kind of surrealistic painting but with sound through imagination, because the power of the acousmatic is that you can create like this kind of movie for the ears. So for everyone that listen to it, they can have another image. And so I could kind of paint sounds in order to create these weird landscapes where people would lose themselves and imagine things. And I like to play a lot with these contrasts of you think this is something and then actually it becomes something else.
Yeah.
So
Magic is a big part of your composition process and technique.
Yes,
you would say.
And sorry, yeah. So that was basically this. But you asked about production.
Yeah, sure. How what you just said and surrealism and your inspiration in visual art and art in general transmits in your composition techniques, maybe?
Yeah, as I told you, like really this idea of transforming, like of all the techniques that we have in acousmatics, my favorite one is transformations. The chapter that we do at the end of the technique d'écriture, it's transformation, and that's like my favorite one. Transforming time, so being able to transform time and space. It's what I love the most, and it's what actually transforms also the perception of who listen about time and space. And that for me is like, I like to create magic and stimulate the imagination of the listeners through my music. If it's an acousmatic composition or if it's just a song, just with the air quotes, just a song, I like always to have that component. And for example, because we were talking about voice in the beginning, the song Vœux, that it's part of my album Contezza, it's an example of this extreme transformation where I use my voice and through techniques of Maxime Spee, and then I reworked this on Ableton Live. I basically transformed this song, because this is an intro for the next song. This song, I transform it, the vocals of this song, in a way that it becomes an instrumental apart, you know?
And just 1 second, like the, I guess I'm curious about it because we're talking about it in a conceptual sense, but like on a technical level, like what techniques are you using in Ableton to realize this? You know?
You have
I hear a lot of time stretching in here.
You have to understand that I transform so much the shit out of it, sorry for the term, that sometimes I don't even know what I did. You know, and I transform and I retransform what I transformed, and sometimes really like I get lost into that because I love so much the process of transforming. There is something alchemical in it, something spiritual somehow. But I use, for transforming the space, that it's also something that I really like to work. When we talk just about stereo, I work a lot with the largeur de la stereo,
Stereo image.
the stereo image.
The spreading of the
spreading,
image.
yes, the spreading of the image and the depth, and I really like to create this illusion of space and sometimes make cohesion and collusion between different spaces in the same stereo. So this can create, you can have like a kind of landscape that seems huge, and then you have an object that it's actually recorded, that you just attached to the soundscape, that it's an object that it's recorded very close and that doesn't have a space, and this can create weird perceptually wise, it creates very weird effects, and I like to play with this kind of stuff. Yeah, and for the time stretching, of course I used a lot of Paul stretch, like the older version. It was amazing. I did so much with this Paul stretch, you can recognize it everywhere. And another thing to manipulate, for me, the idea of time, it's the rewind. I use a lot of rewind in my vocals, in my choirs.
Like reverse, you mean? Like reversing the vocal?
Yes, sorry, reverse.
Okay.
I use a lot of reverse.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't pick that up when I was listening to the music. Yeah.
But it's true that transformation in your albums, it's like there is a lot, and it's something that stood out, but you still managed to do a cohesive and poetic stuff out of it. And so maybe this is the technical stuff you talked about, like how you transform, but what poetic world you want to go in with your transformation? So what are you trying to achieve with this technical side? This technical.
I think it's always the same. It's about this surrealism and onirism and let's say inspiring imagination of people. So when you have something that it's similar to what you know but slightly weird, and that take you out of your guard, it's the precious moment for me, and it's something that I like to. That's why I also like a lot optical and sound illusions, and I would like to be able to more translate and put that in my work actually.
And yeah, and like the voice is kind of your main material. Is that like out of your love of using the voice as maybe your first kind of instrument?
Yeah.
But also, is it maybe like a type of strategy? Is not the best word, but like you think the voice is like the most maybe powerful, the most subjective material to use to bring somebody into that world, that consciousness?
No, I think that for me, the voice is my instrument. You know, like when I say to people that I'm a composer, the first thing that people ask me is like, "What instrument do you play?" I don't play any instrument.
You just point.
I play my voice, and then all the techniques of the electroacoustic music. But so voice is my instrument, and what Acousmatic gave me is the possibility, instead of focusing a lot into the quality of my voice, which I could play more even with it, because I sing in a very sweet way, and I manipulate more the music around it, while I know actually also how to create weird material with my own vocal cords, so I could do even more that, but I like a lot the idea of manipulating the music around with my own vocals. But I don't think it's how you say, it's not, I don't use my voice because it's the best way to vehiculate a message or something. It came very intuitively to do so.
So you think if guitar or piano was your instrument, you think that they could do the same thing? I mean, just like your opinion. I mean, I believe that all instruments try to sound like the voice, or the voice is the first instrument. So I think all instruments are trying to sound.
I don't know. I think that the voice, we call it voice like everything else that it's recognizable in acousmatic music. We call it image. So the image of the voice is very, anthropologically talking, for sure. I think it's the first thing with whom you can connect. I mean, if you have vocal folds, then you can speak, of course. You know, like so. Yeah.
In Prière à Chomel,
Mhm.
and also in Skeglime.
Sheime.
Sheyime. I don't speak Italian.
It's okay.
It's difficult. I picked up like a voice transform that sounds like a synthesizer, almost saxophone, that do like grounds for your voice to be in. So we lose track of the nature of the recording. But the starting point is the voice. Do you purposefully entertain this confusion, or?
I purposely entertain confusion in general, not with people, but with my art, okay? No, I'm very...
It's an amazing phrase, I think.
No, yeah, really like, I like this, the idea of illusion. Yeah. It's very playful, but it's just a habit, because I start always with the voice, mostly. It's normal that I transform it so much, and then if I like it, it becomes part of the instrumentation. But I don't start really saying, like, I have to have this amount of transformed voice, respect instrument. It's just something that I do intuitively all the time.
Yeah, you work spontaneously?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Good.
Thank you. Yeah, you're not drawn by... I think we come back to listening, and spontaneity is also maybe something part of acousmatic. You just like experiment and see what you like.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It was one of Antonia's question. So you're more driven by your emotion. One of the one of others. Is it? It's a bit linked to spontaneity. Do you work from your own emotions, or not?
In which sense? Like I work from my own emotion, or?
Well, never mind.
Where's the question? Do you work from your own emotion?
Well, yeah.
Emotions or experience?
Ah.
I mean, I feel like it's a bit of a mixture, but like, yeah. Do you write based off your experiences, or is it based on some like cosmic emotions that, you know,
both?
Some spirit beams down into your...
I think both. What I really would like to achieve one day is really to, how will you say, to transcend, because there is a lot of this idea of talent, you know, and your personality through music, and I think that the music that matters the most is not the one that it's basically not how you say it, not the one that it's just based on your own emotion and your own experience, but when something that is able to talk to other people and touch other people. It's because sometimes it's beyond your own persona, you know. And so I really do believe in this inspiration that comes from somewhere else, much higher. And when you are able to become a channel and to have the chance to have that kind of inspiration, then the music, it's beyond you, it's much bigger, and that's the music that really touches and changes humanity. Now it sounds very big, but that's how I feel. So it's not only about us, because if I can be extremely virtuoso, and which I'm not, I'm good, but I'm not like the best, to be honest, you know, like, and but if I would become even better in my techniques, and if I could even learn better the market and do what people want to listen, and if I would become that character that people want to see just in order to sell more or be liked more, my music, it wouldn't be better for the humanity, you know. And my dream, it would be to be able at least once in my life to have this connection with an inspiration that is much beyond me, you know. So I hope one day I could feel this at least once, you know. It would be amazing.
You should start a church. I like That was
Huh?
very like charismatic. I want to like follow you after this. Oh, man.
No,
Okay.
my church. No, thank you.
We're about to lead into like second part of the interview, which is kind of more like the episode. Yeah, we had different parts, and Mavericks is really on kind of electroacousmatic and composition. But mine is really about automation in a sense, like the way we're automating the voice in the future, and big one being autotune and AI. But first, let's listen to some early versions of
He got the brilliant idea
the automated
one time
voice.
to make his steel guitar talk, and he actually does it right now with a beautiful song, Forever. Pete Drake.
All right, so that was Daft Punk in the 50s, basically. Oh, they like it, yeah. No, actually, it's Pete Drake, and I think this is the first use of the talk box, and it almost sounds like an AI song, because I didn't realize they had it back then. You know, did it sound real to you, or did you be like, oh?
Yeah, I would have think nowadays. I would have think maybe that there was some inside it, which is yeah.
Okay, and I mean, I guess this is like the talk box, but I'm kind of more interested in your like thoughts on autotune actually, because you use a lot of automation, but nothing so explicitly overt as like autotune.
No,
And
autotune.
what are your thoughts on autotune as a very like modern technique?
Yeah, I hoped that it was just a phase.
Oh, okay, so
And
you're
instead-
anti autotune.
No, I'm not anti anything. It's just that it's used too much, I find.
Yeah.
And there is Holly Anderson. What's her name again? I
Holly
don't remember.
Herndon.
Yeah, she used it in a way, in an interesting way, and
Yeah.
also Tirza in one song she had it so exaggerated that it became beautiful.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm not such a fan of it. And I'm getting a bit less mean towards it because I'm getting used after many years of hearing everywhere.
Yeah.
And I wanted to try at a certain point to use it, but I'm not able to use it. It sounds very weird on my voice, I find, and on the kind of songs that I do. So maybe I should work with someone else that that would use it in a better way
Yeah,
on my voice.
we talked Daniel Paul and Nikolai. Do you know these artists? Do you know Daniel Paul and Nikolai? They're like neo folk artists. I guess that's kind of the name of their album. That where they write really good folk songs.
Okay.
They're guitar based, but they sing with autotune, and it's a very interesting like clash of, because I guess folk you kind of think of kind of rootsy and traditional in a sense, clash against this autotune digital voice, and it kind of relates almost to what you were saying earlier about the I don't know, the clash of aesthetics and sounds.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they kind of talk about it as a texture. I mean, do you also see it that way too, or something that you could? They also have to use it. You have to use autotune in a certain way.
Yeah. I don't know how to use it actually, and the times that I tried it just was lame for me. So I'm not interested on that kind of quality. I'm interested in other kind of effects on the voice more than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It never really appealed me.
Yeah. Even T-Pain.
Now for me, it sounds just like that. Like that's how the tune for me.
Oh man, that was.
I'm sorry, but no, you can't talk me around this. It's just I don't know why it's one thing that's really never really interested me.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And I guess like leading to because beyond autotune is AI. You know, like it's the fully automated voice. You know, and I assume like if you are not crazy about autotune, like how do you feel about the
At the moment, it's very confusing, because I use a lot ChatGPT, to help myself to write, to find research, because it's basically a helper to do research on internet, and you go much faster. So I'm trying kind of to embrace the technology, like we had to embrace from the cassette to the CD to the MP3 to the I try to kind of embrace it, and then I'm kind of avoiding a little bit the musical question of it, because I enjoy creating music. I use my voice, or I use techniques that at the moment were interesting enough and then made me reach the kind of things that I wanted. So at the moment I'm not working with music-wise. Yeah. So I went to a couple of workshops to learn a bit more and see if
about AI.
Yeah, but I was like, there is a lot of interesting application that now allows you, for example, to isolate instruments from an instrumental, which can be very interesting if you hear a song and you just want to steal, because that's what it is, right? You want to steal a sound from someone else and then transform it, and you don't know where to find it, etc. You could use this kind of thing, but I don't know. At the moment, I'm not yet really projected into in the production of what I do.
Is that the main? I'm curious about the technique. So, you talked about taking as like a sample, an original sample, and then the AI transforms it into something else. But did they talk about other things that the AI could do?
It can make a voice. You can make everything. Can write songs, whatever.
Okay.
It's like.
So that's something we've actually within Bop Fantasies and our collective we've experimented with. And in our past episode, we actually made a song in that way. And I'm kind of curious. We're gonna play it real quick. Yeah. So this is Ant's original sound right here.
Okay, so you did it.
Wow, it's me and Bopperina making a song together. Yeah, it's me and Bopperina making a song together. Yeah, it's me and Bopperina making a song together. I said me and Bopperina getting closer by the minute. Wow, yeah.
So that was Ant's original sample.
Yeah.
And then this is what the AI made.
It's me and Bopperina making a song together. Yeah, it's me and Bopperina making a song together. I said me and Barbarina getting closer by the minute. Why ha 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 ha, oh yeah.
Okay, so equally amazing and maybe unsettling. How do you feel about that? That it's able to recreate a soulful black man's voice. So it's like there's a soulful black man inside the computer that they.
Yeah, is that for the moment I'm not buying it, man. I'm sorry. Like in the fact that there is something that it's nice and I could reuse that, but it's a little bit like using ChatGPT when you ask to, you want to write something, so you write something and you pass it through, and then you always have to correct it. You always, because it's just a helper. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then I'm sure that you can use it in a way that you could create very interesting thing with it, but this is not gonna be the solution to art, or to poetry. I think there are things that come from the human experience that will always be the heart of things. And I'm not against anything, but for the moment I'm not. I can't really have a real opinion about this. It's like, okay, people want to do it, they want to do their songs. Like, okay, I'm busy with other stuff. Maybe I'm naive. I don't know.
No, I mean it's.
But
especially because I also like make music, and I mean I do like experimental, music, and I do see like an experimental kind of something interesting in AI, especially when you find where it fractures. Because like when AI glitches, that's where it becomes interesting. Actually,
yeah,
and I've heard
course.
of. I wish I had the sample, like my example here, but there's some really interesting things actually. But it is a bit unsettling that it could just like recreate,
Yeah.
like a R&B vocal from a black dude. It's a bit, and it's like if I heard this in the, without hearing Ants sing first, like I don't know
if you would have recognized that it's no, for sure, like.
And I guess I actually have another like something to show you relating to that. So, are you a fan of Bob Dylan? Oh, I wish you couldn't see this right now.
Okay, no, I didn't see it. I don't have to see.
Yeah, I wish I hit that better. But are you a fan? Ooh, need to go back.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Rebecca Black.
Gotta be fresh.
This is an unreleased Bob Dylan
Gotta
song.
go downstairs. Gotta have my bowl. Gotta have stereo. Seeing everything. Time is going. Ticking on and on. Everybody's rushing. Gotta get down to the bus stop. Gotta catch my bus. I see my friends kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make up my mind. Which seat can I take? It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Okay, so have you heard this unreleased Bob Dylan song before?
No.
Okay, it's obviously not unreleased. So Rebecca Black Friday, that song?
No.
It's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't know. Do you know this? Wow. Okay, I feel very American right now. But I swear to God, this is like a big song, kind of in the internet, like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like a meme song, and this is Bob Dylan singing it. But I mean, he's not dead. I'm like acting like he's dead, you know. But it sounded like Bob Dylan, you know.
Yeah, but this whole
Yeah.
IA thing is just making me think existentially, right? We are in a period of time in which we will become less and less able to understand what is real and what is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I mean real, I mean our conception of reality, right? And so, for me, what is we can't stop this, and maybe there are good things about this, but I think that the topic where I want to focus myself is to try to develop other ways to recognize. How you say? We can maybe lower it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of
To recognize genuinity, you know, truth. We need to have other ways to perceive what is right and what is not, because this could be just something fun to make people have fun, and but this could also become a tool to steal to people, to do big damage to other people. The fact that we can't recognize what it is really made or not by someone, or
that's
so
actually
it
like
just
a central kind of
more than music. It makes me question about the way that we live as human beings, you know, more than just the music. Will I be able to live out of it? Or it's like it's in general, because it's not only music, it's in videos, it's in everything. So it's like, how will we be able in few years to learn other ways of protecting ourselves and other people from what is fake, and it's made to not to entertain us, but to make damage to us, you know. That's what my question about all the IA is, more than music.
That was kind of like the central thesis that we landed on in the past episode that this interview is based off on. Like, we need to think more about, from maybe a policy standpoint, like how to protect artists from having your voice stolen. You know, like how would you feel if you found an AI copy of your
for sure, it can be done easily. I would feel like I feel right now. I have no power at the moment. I feel, and it's not only about. I'm telling you, it's not only about music. Music, for the moment, it's almost the less concerning for me, because I think about. Signatures, videos, you saying something, someone stealing your voice to ask your mom money, and your mom that it's not that much into technology sending, or, you know, like so many things a la Black Mirror, you know, so...
We kind of are in a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, so that's what it's more concerning for me than hearing my voice. So that's just the beginning of the worst that could happen, actually, but this is not... Of course, I'm a musician and I want my rights to be covered, but this is much wider than just music, you know.
Okay, wow. That's actually like a beautiful note to like end our little convo on. Yeah.
Thank you for the invitation, guys.
No, you had a lot of great thoughts. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
We need to make policies about this AI stuff so your voice doesn't get taken. Yeah. Our voices don't get taken. All right. On this.
Broken line. taking all the wrong turns. Say